Hi, I've left my notes down there, so I'm going to improvise as the guy said at the start. So time, ladies and gentlemen, please. They're words often heard up and down the county, the country, when it comes to the time when the landlord wants us to stop drinking. Of all the times that I've heard that call, I've never really thought about it being about water. And that's because, like me, I think you out there, we've just always had water. It's always been there, we just take it for granted. Good quality drinking water is there for all of us. And so we don't think about how long it takes to get that water and how much time would be taken up if we weren't able to get that water so easily. I'm just getting a bit croaky. Chris? It takes a long time getting water sometimes, doesn't it? Especially when you've got to do that every day. And this is lovely Yorkshire water that be in there. What if that water was just not fit to drink when you got it? Thanks a lot, Chris. You look beautiful in that sash. And lots of people have to do that every day. They've got to do that out of their day to start their day, to make food and drink through the day, and to get clean and wash through the day as well. There are loads of statistics that I'm going to show you. You're going to read them up there. You can see them on the websites, etc. But of those statistics, the one that really, really frightens me is that more children die of diarrhea than of AIDS, measles, and malaria put together. And that diarrhea comes from unclean water. And it's not a new problem. And back in 1858, the River Thames smelt so much that the Houses of Parliament refused to sit. And it spurred on action that meant that we now have some wonderful sewers in London, designed by Joseph Bazalgette. Around that same time, Dr. John Snow discovered in Soho that a pump in Broad Street was the source of cholera. That debunked the myth that cholera came from a miasma associated with water, and it led to the fact that we then got clean water in London and now throughout the UK. And that's not a problem for us anymore. I'm very proud about that. I'm very pleased about that. But that big stink was 160 years ago, and we still have people up and down the world who don't have access to those things, who are not giving that gift of time. And I think it's ready for us to cause a big stink. 160 years on, I want you to think about what sort of stink we can make to say that we are letting people down by not giving them water when it's so easily done. And what can it do? This picture of a rainwater harvesting vase, this lady and her family, what difference does that make? It means that they've got water to hand. It means they don't have to walk 40 minutes every day to get that water. And it means her children have got time for some education. They've also got some security because they can go in groups, so rather than being vulnerable to adults, etc., that might cause harm. And there's also the sanitation side is really important. Very simple eco-san latrine here that we saw. Wonderful piece of design, the simplest thing you can ever imagine. And this man here, I don't know what happened to him. He's telling me there that you can hear his bananas growing. A simple innovation of a toilet meant that his family could go to school, his children were getting an education, they had the time for education, and he had a product that was helping him build an industry just out of that simple building block of having a tap and a toilet. And of that, every $1 invested in water and sanitation, an average of $4 is returned. That's a decent return, and that is about giving somebody just something really, really basic. So we're doing that. So we need a cornerstone, we need that keystone, and I'm asking you, intelligent people out there, to help us to make sure that everybody in the world just has that basic cornerstone. On top of that, then, we can start building all the new technologies, all the great ideas that we're going to see. So the solar-powered lamp, what a great invention. We use it for lighting the garden, or if you've got a barbecue, we can use them there. You can get them really, really cheaply, or children's toys. Yet these can make a fundamental difference to a family. The simple purchase of a solar lamp means that as the sun's beating down through the day, it can be used to charge mobile phones. Mobile phones have had a huge impact in Africa, just enabling economy and enabling contact. And it also means in the evenings, we're giving people that gift of light, turning darkness into time that can be used for other things, that can be used for education, that can be used for thought process, maybe even organising a TEDx conference. So, ladies and gentlemen, your time is something that I'd really like you to use to help me and help the WaterAid colleagues and help us make a difference to other people's lives. Can you help me, please? Thank you very much.